Formula One is full of legendary tracks, but there is one circuit drivers call the ultimate test. This is Suzuka, a masterpiece of engineering and the spiritual home of Japanese motorsport. From its unique Figure 8 layout to some of the most iconic championship moments in history, Suzuka is not just a racetrack, it's a challenge. In this 14-minute breakdown, we will examine every corner, every apex, and the man who dreamt it all. Suzuka Circuit was built in 1962 in Japan. It was a project born from one man's obsession with engineering. Initially, it wasn't for racing, but as a test track for Honda cars and motorcycles. He wanted a laboratory for speed. Honda believed that automobiles could not be improved if they were not put through their paces on the racing circuit. His racing spirit became the primary training ground for his engineers, leading to F1 dominance. The man who actually designed the circuit was John Hugenholtz, a famous Dutch track designer. Hugenholtz believed a circuit should be a symphony of corners, following the natural undulations of the land. His initial sketches were even more radical, featuring a layout that passed over itself 3 times. Due to the challenging topography and rising costs, the design was scaled back to a single crossover point. This resulted in the unique Figure 8 configuration, the only one of its kind on the current F1 calendar. This layout provides a near equal balance of turns, testing a machine's symmetry like no other track. This design was created to maximize land use, weaving the track through hills instead of bulldozing them flat. It ended up making Suzuka one of the most unique and beautiful circuits in the world. Ground was broken in 1961. The crew faced the challenge of paving high-speed surfaces without prior experience. They travelled to Germany, peeling asphalt from the Autobahn to analyse the aggregate needed for high-grip racing. Formula One first raced here in 1987, marking the championship's return to Japan after a 10-year hiatus. Since then, Suzuka has hosted some of the most important and dramatic races in F1 history. Suzuka is a 5.7 km track with 18 corners. Every corner is a crucial piece of the technical puzzle. Drivers complete 53 laps, totaling just over 307 kilometers of absolute focus and technical precision. It's known as a high-speed technical circuit, meaning drivers need both precision and bravery. There are no easy sections here. The lateral loads are among the highest in the world, reaching over 5 Gs. This is where physics meets the machine. Let's go through the lap. The lap starts with a fast right-hand corner. Drivers enter at over 300 kilometers per hour. The commitment into turn 1 is total. There is no braking here, just a slight lift to settle the front end. The challenge is maintaining balance while braking slightly into turn 2. Balance is the difference between a lap and a crash. The physics here are brutal. If you get it wrong, you lose momentum for the entire first sector. Rhythm starts here. Turns 3 to 7, the S-curves. This is the most famous section of Suzuka, a flowing sequence where rhythm is everything. Each corner setup dictates the entry for the next. 1 centimetre off the apex, and you are offline for the next 3 turns. This is where great drivers show their skill. The front-end bite required here is extreme, demanding perfect car setup. If a driver makes one mistake here, it affects the entire section. The time loss is exponential. Absolute precision is non-negotiable. Sector 2 begins with turn 8 and 9, the Degner corners. These are fast but dangerous. Turn 8 is quick. A sharp snap to the right. You need absolute confidence in the downforce to carry this much speed through such a narrow track. But turn 9 is tighter and has very little runoff. Many drivers have made mistakes here over the years. It punishes overcommitment. It is a corner of discipline. 1 moment of greed and your race ends in the Japanese gravel. 1 apex, 1 chance. The thermal energy generated here is incredible. Front-end lockups are common as drivers search for the apex. It is one of the best overtaking opportunities. Brake late, hit the apex, and guard the exit out toward the bridge. Strategy here is key. Sacrifice the entry speed to get a superior launch. Every millimetre counts. Crossing the bridge, the track flips from a clockwise to a counterclockwise orientation, a unique challenge for any machine. The crossover point is where the technical mastery of the Figure 8 design is most visible, engineering at its absolute peak. Sector 3 leads to turn 14, Spoon Curve, a long double apex corner that tests lateral grip to the absolute limit. Getting a good exit here is critical because it leads to the longest straight on the track. Any lost time is magnified. It is a test of patience. Accelerate too early and you slide. Too late and you are defenceless on the straight. Turn 15, 130R, one of the fastest corners in Formula One, taken almost flat out in modern cars at over 300 kilometers per hour. The G-forces here are enough to drain the blood from your head. It is a corner that demands absolute trust in the car. But don't let the speed fool you. It is still very dangerous. The commitment required here is total. One mistake, and it's over. The mechanical stress on the components is at the absolute limit. This is where engineering meets raw bravery. Turn 16 and 17 Casio Triangle. The final chicane. This is where many last lap overtakes happen. The final hurdle. Get a good exit here, and you can attack on the main straight. This is your last chance to win or lose. Crossing the finish line at Suzuka is a badge of honour. You have survived the ultimate test of racing. That is a lap of Suzuka, a 5.8-kilometre journey through history, physics and the human spirit. Suzuka is famous for deciding championships. In 1989, teammates Ayrton Senna and Alain Prost collided here in a controversial moment. The aftermath changed F1 history forever, handing the title to Prost in the stewards' room after Senna's disqualification. In 1990, they crashed again, this time at the high-speed Turn 1. It was an act of total technical and psychological war. These moments made Suzuka legendary. It is a place where respect and rivalry meet at 300 kilometers per hour. Every era has its legends. Even in modern times, Suzuka often delivers dramatic races. Looking at recent history, the 2025 race winner was Max Verstappen. He showed strong dominance with Red Bull, securing a historic fourth consecutive victory at this technical masterpiece. 4K. And the fastest race lap record at Suzuka remains a benchmark. 1 minute 30.983 seconds set by Lewis Hamilton in 2019. This shows just how fast and demanding this track really is. Only the most aerodynamically efficient cars can survive here. Suzuka is not about luck, it's about skill. Drivers love it because it rewards precision and punishes mistakes. 4K. It has a perfect flow of corners. If you can master Suzuka, you are a complete driver. It is the ultimate test of racing. 4K. As Sebastian Vettel said, it feels created by the gods, a place where every generation of driver leaves their mark. 4K. So next time you watch the Japanese Grand Prix, you'll understand exactly what makes this track so special. Thanks for watching. 4K. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to follow for more. Next time I'll break down another iconic circuit. See you in the next one. 4K.